Yo guys, we are back with the match of the day, at least for the B stream that is. We have TaeJa against Lucky, Slayers against FXO. And I have to apologize for calling hard GSL hard in the last series. I'm really sorry for it. I just read the news today that he is joining Complexity and I have no idea why I was still referring to him as GSL hard, but I'm very sorry for it and I stand corrected. Now we have a Slayers against the FXO player, though we have TaeJa against Lucky, Terran versus Zerg. The game is about to start and we will start with the first map in just a few seconds. And here we go at the bottom left of Entombed Valley in the blue color. We have the Zerg player starting for FXO. It is none other than Lucky. And to the top left, we have his Terran opponent. We have him in the red colors. He's starting for Team Slayers. It is TaeJa. It's kind of interesting that Lucky and TaeJa are meeting each other in Code A today, because I think tomorrow, no, actually in 2 days, both of them leave for Finland. They are both attending the assembly, they are both playing in Finland, and they are two of the, I think, 5 or 7 Koreans that are playing in Finland at the ASOS ROG tournament. It's going to be pretty interesting, and it's kind of a coincidence that they face each other today, because they might be two of the players who will face each other in the playoffs of Assembly as well. So let's see who will come out ahead this time. We have Entombed Valley as the map in this TVZ. It's the first map of the best of 3 today, and yeah, it's going to be pretty exciting. I think those two are actually evenly matched. TaeJa won the ESV, the last Korean weekly series. That's how he qualified for the assembly, and Lucky was invited. Lucky, a very strong Zerg player for Team FXO. It's going to be interesting to see who of the two comes out ahead. And in Entombed Valley, we have seen the map countless times in Protoss against Zerg. Not that often in Terran against Zerg, a couple of times. Obviously for the Terran player, it's quite interesting that there are the rocks between the second and the third base, so if you hit a good timing with your drop play, you can try to just pressure the second base, the main base, and if there are still rocks while the Zerg player already has his third, you can bounce between the 3 bases, try to drop, try to be as annoying as possible. And one of the tasks for Lucky will be to make sure that the rocks are gone before he takes his third in order to avoid this kind of play. And TaeJa is now going for some kind of gasless build. He is building the barracks at the bottom, trying to wall off a little bit with a big ramp while getting his command center now. And he has already been scouted, so once again, it's going to be a very crucial too that the overlords are in position. This is something that Lucky will definitely take care of, that the overlords are to the position to the left above the abyss, so that incoming drop lay can be spotted immediately. The second barracks follows the first one. TaeJa is now concentrating on his mineral heavy play, which is exactly what he should do. If you start with a very early command center, you want to skip gas for quite a while. You want to concentrate on your minerals, make sure that you get the second, maybe even the third barracks as fast as possible, so that you are able not only to wall off, but at the same time produce a bunch of units in case there's some early aggression by the Zerg player. That's something that we don't really see by Lucky so far. He has 1 harvester remaining in the extractor, is still getting a little bit of gas while starting his metabolic boost upon reaching the 100 gas, and 2 queens are being built. We have 1 SCV, maybe even trying to throw down a bunker in order to put on a little bit of fake pressure. No, he actually does not, so the SCV is going to be taken out very soon. A little bit of a standard opening, nothing too special happening so far, but this game, this map is certainly has been witness to a lot of very intense games. So let's see what we have between those two players right now. Still no gas for TaeJa, and there are a couple of things that you can do on this map. You can obviously just try to go for the standard build, try to go for some kind of marine and tank combination, but with the layout of the map, drop play can be very powerful. We have seen about a couple of banshees as well, and here come additional barracks, so 4 barracks in total, killing the supply depots. He's completely walling off, and we have a little bit of scouting going on for Lucky, who will very soon start to attack the rocks so that he has a pathway with which he can start to build as the third base. We don't see we see now the first 2 refineries for TaeJa, and he doesn't have He doesn't have a factory, he doesn't have Hellions, so he's relying on a lot of bio units now. Because mostly in the matchup between Terran and Zerg, we see Hellions being used in the early stages of the game to make sure that the creep is not spread too far. And with all those buildings that he has right now, and with all the barracks, we could even see a little bit of pressure by TaeJa, and that's exactly why he moves out with a small force of the Marines, takes down one of the Zerglings that was trying to make sure that he is aware when the Terran player is starting to attack. So this is exactly why we now have the Baneling Nest for Lucky. Lucky is getting the Baneling Nest right away. He's not sure what is going to happen. There are so many barracks already that there could be a very huge bio attack, and he just wants to be ready for it. We have finally some gas being mined for TaeJa, and this enables him to get the reactor, to get the tech labs that he needs in order to get his upgrades, to get stim, to get combat shield. He wants a factory obviously so that he can start with the starport, get some medivacs into the game, but we still have him on only 2 refineries. He doesn't get any more refineries than that. The harvester count is on 37 to 38, so both are roughly even, which is not really weird, but it's something that we don't see all that often, because usually the Zerg player tries to get a little bit farther ahead in the early stage of the game in regard to the harvester count. We have the 3rd base now being completed, the 3rd hatch that is. No creep being spreaded for Lucky. It's a little bit odd. He placed down a bunch of creep tumors already, but so far he didn't spread the creep down his ramp. This is finally happening while he's taking 2 additional gas, 2 additional extractor. This will put him up to 4 in total. Macro hatch in the main base, and once more this delayed tech. He will start with the lair tech very soon, but so far it has been delayed a little bit. And I don't think we have a... there it is. We have 1 evolution chamber flame. Doesn't miss a beat, doesn't miss a single inject. And back, more barracks. Wow, look at him. The 3rd command center is ready, the 3rd orbital is ready. He has 6 barracks already. He's going for the +1/+1 upgrades. He's going for stim and combat shield, and now finally adding the factory. Very late, and at this point Lucky has no idea. He doesn't know what's happening. He only knows about the 4 barracks. That's all that he sees right now. He knows about the bunker, and that's it. So he doesn't know that there are 6 barracks in total, that there's already +1/+1 being upgraded. He doesn't know about the kind of late factory that his opponent is using. But this is going to be very interesting. I wonder what Lucky is going to do now, what he's expecting. We have the lair tech, and upon reaching lair, if he goes for the infestation pit and for the fungals, for the infestors with the precision glance upgrade, and he will be in a position where he can make sure that the bio army of his opponent will be under a lot of pressure. But is he going for it, or is he trying to play with the spire tech? That's something that we will find out in the next couple of seconds. We already see the overseer being morphed. Maybe he's just waiting until he morphs the overseer so that he gets an idea of what his opponent is doing, and I actually like it. I like it quite a lot. We have Zerglings everywhere, and here's the overseer headed for the main base. The 3rd base has been scouted by one of the Zerglings already, and TaeJa lined up the armory with his +1/+1 upgrades. Overseer still in the base, trying to get some glimpses on what's happening, and he spots everything. He spots the late starport, he spots the double barracks, and we have more and more Zerglings being built. He's going for the Baneling speed, and I wouldn't be surprised to see an infestation pit very soon. Interestingly enough, another observer is being morphed into an overseer. But let me check once again. Yep, he saw everything that he needed to see. So a lot of Zerglings. Wow. 10 Banelings already in position. 37 additional 1 being built. This is huge. Lucky is like, yeah, well, what would I need infestors for? I am going to kill you, and I'm going to kill you now. He is entering a vicious mode. He is 54 Banelings, getting another 12. Oh my god, keep him rolling. Look at Lucky going for it. He is just now trying to take his opponent down. TaeJa is looking at this army and it's like, oh my god, mama, I'm coming home early. That is maybe exactly what we are going to see now. He is going in with everything he has. Look at this huge amount of Banelings. But is TaeJa going to hold a beautiful split? I'm not sure if that's the best idea that Lucky had so far. TaeJa is doing a really good job at splitting his army, but there's still so many Banelings. He has still 14 of them, and he's getting more and more Zerglings into the gap. Look at the resources lost. 6,500 for Lucky and 2,000 for TaeJa. I don't really know what Lucky was thinking, but this attack didn't accumulate to anything at all. TaeJa split his army very, very well, and even though he didn't have any siege tanks in position to take down his opponent's banelings, he used the Marauders in order to tank some of the banelings, split his army, had the bunker in the back, and Lucky just wasted a huge amount of resources without accomplishing anything at all. He could have used those resources to get a 4th base, to get a 5th base, to get the infestation pit, to get more upgrades, but now he is on 1 attack upgrade. He's getting the 2nd attack upgrade, is finally getting the infestation pit, and TaeJa is moving out, is on 3 bases, has 1/1 upgrades, is about to complete +2/+2. The siege tank tech is nearly done, and this is just a brilliant positioner for TaeJa. He can now put on the pressure, can attack his opponent, and Lucky is really, really far behind when it comes down to his tech. He's not out of the game though. We have him with a Spire tech. He has the 2nd evolution chamber. He's going for additional Zerglings and Banelings, but TaeJa on 3 bases with a lot of medivacs with +3 attack and armor being lined up is now in a position where he can just make sure that he is turning up the heat. He can pressure his opponent, and if he uses the timing window that he has, he might be able to take Lucky down. But Lucky wants to be prepared. He is going for a ton of Banelings once again. We have him now with 48 of them, 15 additional being morphed. And here comes TaeJa. Is it going to be enough? He's trying to drop as well. TaeJa on the move, going into position at the 4th base. Here's the scan, knows that there are no burrowed banelings, nothing that, and he's going in for the attack. But here comes Lucky with his own assault. He wants to bust through. He wants to put some pressure onto TaeJa. And here we go. The 4th base of Lucky is being attacked. It's been taken down by the Bioforce, but all those units are streaming in. The tanks with the siege mode a little bit too late. The tanks are being annihilated, and the whole base of TaeJa is being assaulted. So many units die. The SCVs die. At the same time, the tech is being annihilated. Lucky loses his infestation pit. The attack of TaeJa is going strong. Zerglings everywhere, taking down SCVs, Marines and Marauders alike. GG by Lucky, though. He realizes that he can't defend his main base, and he's being pressured by Lucky, by TaeJa. That is, sorry. Lucky GG's out, and TaeJa takes the first game. Whoa, whoa, whoa. This was quite the finish. Both players just going for it, and Lucky getting the better end of it. We are headed into the 2nd game. Lucky against TaeJa. The Terran player is ahead 1-0. The 2nd game will start very, very soon. Don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. The 2nd match between Lucky and TaeJa is going to start in a few seconds.